So it's been a while since we last talked to each other, and I just want to update you with what's going on with my life. So I have moved out alone. So I lived with my parents before, but now I'm alone in my own apartment. So that's a change since we last talked to each other, and I thought maybe you were alone or just moved out or you're going to move out, so I just want to share some thoughts. Maybe you're feeling a bit lonely, so we can just have a little chat and then I can tell you what's on my mind and stuff like that. So I moved last week. As I'm recording right now, I have been living alone for 6 days. It's gonna be a week tomorrow. So it felt so weird the first day. The first day my parents and my sister and boyfriend came here to help me move and move things around and stuff like that, carry, because I'm very weak. So they needed to help me with a lot of stuff. And then when they left, I was like, bye, and they were like, bye, and closed the door. I'm like, okay, what now? I'm just alone in the apartment, and I'm not used to that. I mean, I'm not a very social person. I can be alone for long hours without feeling lonely. But this time I think I felt a bit lonely or just weird when they left me. I have lived alone before for some weeks, I guess, but not like this permanently. I think the weirdest thing was that I realized that I will be living alone permanently. This is not just a week or two or a month or two. It's gonna be like this. And I'll need to get used to being with myself. I like being by myself, but at the same time, it's not the same when you're living alone because you need to make your own decisions, for example. I think I'm a person who's quite insecure when it comes to decisions or decision making. I have a hard time making decisions. I think it's really difficult. Even if I have A or B, I don't know what to choose. So the other day, I went to the supermarket. I was like, yeah, I need to buy some potato, I need to buy some onions and rice. Okay, I bought some potato and onions. It wasn't very hard because I knew which potatoes to get and which onions to get. Then I came to the last thing I needed to buy that day, and it was rice. So I went to look for the rice section of the supermarket, and I found it, and there was a huge shelf. The whole wall was filled with rice, different brands and different kinds of rice. I'm like, okay, what should I get now? And I started reading all the different rice brands, reading about all the different products they offered, and tried to compare the prices, where the product came from, what kind of rice it was. And I just stood there for a really long time, and I still couldn't decide. And I just decided that, yeah, I'll leave it to the next time I buy something. And then I left. So I procrastinated the rice buying because I have such a hard time making decisions when I have so many choices. So that's gonna be a challenge for me, even though it might seem very small, like a small thing for you. I actually need to work on that. That's what I like when being with another person or living with other people, is that I don't need to make that many choices. I can always ask people what they want, and I'll be okay with that. Yeah, let's go with that. If you want this rice, yeah, I'm up for it. Whether it's sticky rice or black rice, brown rice, and whatever rice brands or rice kinds, rice types, I would be okay with it. Because I realized that I don't have many opinions. I'm okay with pretty much anything. Well, of course, I have some limits, I guess, but if it's rice, I'm fine with whatever rice it is, I guess. So that's why I sometimes like being with people, because they can make decisions for me. But I realized that I need to start getting to know myself better, because I'm sure I have some preferences, I think, but I need to explore that side of myself more. So that's the first challenge or first realization I had about myself. I think living alone is a lot about getting to know yourself better. Like, what are my preferred routines? What will I make for dinner? What do I enjoy during my spare time? And so on and so forth. Another thing I thought about, or another challenge of living alone, it's not much of a challenge, just something I miss, I guess. I miss my mom's cooking. It's so annoying to think about what to cook every day. I'm trying to cook for several days. I try to cook a huge portion of food every time I cook something, and then it's gonna last for a few days, maybe 2 or 3, and then I cook something huge again, and then it's gonna last again. But it's always such an annoying thing to think about what to cook. It's so much easier and tastier when mom cooks. So I miss that. And my sister told me that before, actually, that, oh, I miss my mom's cooking so much. I want to go home and eat and bring their food home. I'm like, nah, it's fine. When I move out, I'm gonna cook by myself. I'll enjoy cooking. But now I get what she means. It's really nice to just have food prepared. It's such a luxurious thing, but that's what I miss, basically. The luxurious food making by mom. But a really, really nice thing with this new apartment is that it's very, very close to everywhere. I'm very close to campus, even though we have online classes right now, but hopefully the situation will get better and we maybe can have seminars at campus at least. So that's a walkable distance to campus, and it's also a walkable distance to the city. And there's actually a really nice community here locally. Like, there are local businesses, coffee shops, and it's very close to the supermarket. I only need to walk like 3 minutes maybe to get to the closest supermarket. So yeah, everything I need on a daily basis is close to my apartment. So that's a really nice thing, and it's also close to the city, as I mentioned, so you don't need to take the bus. There is a bus, but you don't need to take it. Before, when I lived back home, it was in the outskirts of the city, so the traveling distance to the city was a bit longer, and you changed the bus and then the train and maybe the underground. So this is so much more comfortable, even though I'll miss the calmness or the nature maybe of the outskirts of the city where I lived before. There was less traffic, less people, even though it's not very populated where I live right now either, because it's a new area. But of course there's a difference. Before, there was a 5-minute walk or 10-minute walk perhaps to a closest forest, which was huge. It's the forest where mom and I went mushroom picking, and during the summer we go pick berries, and it's really fun. And here, I don't know if we have that many berries and mushrooms here actually, although there's a really cool forest here, but not as huge, so there's a difference. But I'll enjoy walking more and maybe taking the bike, but I have a bike, but I'm not sure how often I will take the bike. I do like biking, but biking in the city seems a bit dangerous to me because I've never biked in the city before, and I just have a scenario in my head all the time on repeat whenever I think about biking in the city. It's like, if there's an uphill, I don't know if I can bike up the hill without stopping or getting off my bike. And then I'm just imagining a lot of people behind me, they're so stressed because they're behind a really slow biker, which is me, and they just want to get ahead of me, and I'm just really slow and getting off the bike and causing a lot of trouble for the people behind me. So that's a big concern I have about biking in the city. I guess the solution is just that I'll work out more and build my stamina. But I really dislike working out. I don't know why. Just really hard to get started with workout. Well, the hard thing with anything, but especially workout, is just putting on your workout clothes. I like to put on a YouTube video and they'll tell me what to do, and they have a timer and countdown and stuff like that. And the people in the YouTube videos are usually super encouraging, or at least I try to find the videos that have encouraging comments throughout the videos. That makes me continue the workout, because they say nice things and I don't want to disappoint them, so I never stop the video if they say nice things and encouraging things. I feel like there's a difference between working out on my own. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put on a video, I'm just gonna work out on my own. I'm gonna do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and what more? Squats. I don't know so many exercises, but I always kind of give up midway because no one is holding me accountable for what I'm doing. But if there's a video, I feel like I need to deliver. I need to finish the video at least. So that's my method. If you have a hard time working out, I really recommend finding a good YouTube video. There's like a Tabata video, a workout video that I choose sometimes or most of the time, and that one is really good because they're so encouraging and funny. It's really hard. It gets me all sweaty and I feel so sore the day afterwards, but it's a really good workout if you're looking for building your stamina. It's if you just search Tabata workout, I think it's the first video that pops up. It's a 30-minute video, so it's manageable. Well, that was a workout sidetrack. I'll actually never imagined that I have talked about workout in these videos. I'm not really that athletic, not at all. The only sport I've practiced is like swimming, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. I just realized while recording this that the subject I'm talking about is so non-relatable to the videos I'm showing. The other day I was like, I'm gonna film a video. I haven't filmed a video for a really long time, so I'm just gonna film that I'm painting watercolor. It's for a poster I'm drawing for my sister, by the way. My sister and her boyfriend, they wanted a poster about Swedish nature, so I'm drawing blueberries right now. My sister, she loves blueberries, so I'm drawing that for her. And I just realized that I'm talking about workout, I'm talking about moving out, and that has nothing to do with blueberries. But please bear with me. I just wanted to have a little chat. It's been a while since we have chat about whatever just came to my mind. Kind of like a draw with me video. But usually maybe they have a subject. I guess I have a subject too. It's about moving out, but then it has some sidetracks. So in the future, now that I've moved out, I will film more videos. I was a bit reluctant to film videos back in my parents' house because the lighting was so bad. I was basically filming in my room and I have one window and I never get sunlight through that window. I only get sunlight very early in the morning and the sunlight isn't even strong, so it was really hard to find hours where I could film. And I'm a sucker for natural lighting, so I'll look forward to filming more here. The whole wall is a window, so the lighting would be so much better. Yay! Yeah, and I hope that you're doing really good, even though the situation is as it is. Take care of yourself and please stay safe. So I'll see you soon again. Bye for now. Bye.